All right, so thank you for joining me for Tibalt's Apprentice.
Well, thank you, Mike, for inviting me today.
All right, and you are EG001B26. What's your first name?
My first name is Brian.
Brian. And how long have you been playing, Brian?
25, almost 26 years.
26 years.
So, yeah, right. So almost the beginning.
So the great thing about Brian here is he is responsible for decks that I love to play more than my own. So that's why he's got the EG title there. So yeah, gotta think about that. He makes better decks than I do for myself. I don't know. If this goes long enough,
go ahead.
I was gonna say if this goes long enough, we'll actually address some of those decks and look at that at some point. But in the meantime, talking recently, you had said that Magic was better than when you first started playing it. At what point do you think that changed?
When it improved?
Yeah.
I want to say probably after 5th or 6th edition.
After 5th or 6th. I thought you'd say maybe 10th edition.
10th edition? Yeah, maybe 10th.
I'm going to argue and say that it didn't, and it's just gotten more complicated. But this is part of the reason why I'm doing this. It's because my thinking on the game of Magic hasn't evolved. I still lead with my off-color land because I'm afraid of a Stone Rain. When's the last time you saw somebody play Stone Rain? Now, Demolition is back, and some other land destruction, so that's a viable strategy these days. But, yeah, so anyhow, my point is that my gameplay hasn't evolved, so I'm interested to hear what other people say and what they think about Magic. And so we go into the luck of the draw. What are those first 7 cards that you draw, and how do you play them? Yeah, let's get into that. So the deck that we're going to play, in my bag of chaos, thanks Enrique, is it's not a particularly good one. It's well, I'm calling it Swiss cheese mill because it's a cheesy deck, but it's designed to mill folks out. The main cards are Prodigal Sorcerer, Codex Shredder, either one of those, Illusionary Bracers, and of course the dreaded Federal Alchemist. So with these 3 cards, you have an infinite combo. Not a necessarily a exciting way to win, but it's more about the fact that this deck has about 80 cards that are 2 drops or less. So it makes for a pretty stiff decision tree. So let's have you shuffle them and deal out those 7 cards.
I'm going to draw my 7 cards. I have Illusionary Braces, an island, another Illusionary Bracers. I have Jace, and Omen Speaker, and my number 7th card is Elixir of Immortality. So looking at this hand, it's a terrible hand, and I'm just going to flush it out. That's kidding. Kidding, I have to cut that out.
You ready to mulligan and throw it back in?
No. My first play I'm going to play is going to be an island. And being I only have a 1-drop item in my hand at this time, the Elixir is my only choice at this time. So I'm going to play my Elixir, and I will now pass my turn to my opponent.
Okay. So that's phase 1.
Let me know when you want to do phase 2.
So now for phase 2, there's no way of actually knowing what the rest of the game is going to play like because much of your turns then determine on what your opponent does. Okay. But if you were going to go out and play these 7 cards, what's turn 2? So there's your first turn. You play your land.
Next turn,
and your Elixir.
I'm going to go and draw my next card to see what I have. He's a riser. I'm going to play another island. Obviously, 1 land per drop. Can you still see that land?
Yep.
And I believe we're going to do the Omen Speaker.
Okay.
This will allow me to actually scry for 2. Just let me look at the top 2 cards in my library. I've now shown that I have 2 islands. I can choose to keep an island on top, or I can put both islands on top, or I can put one on top, one on bottom, or both on bottom. In this case, I'm going to put one on top and one on bottom because I think that's going to benefit me in the later game.
On turn 3?
Turn 3, I'm going to tap once again. Knowing that I actually going to have a land I know I'm going to draw. I'm going to play my lands. And I believe at this moment I'm going to go and play my Jace.
Okay. No right or wrong answers. Any reason why you're not playing your bracers yet?
I don't have the creature to use it on, I think, right now.
So you don't want to tip your hand? You don't want to show that you have that, maybe?
A combo yet. I also are trying to get the other combo pieces sooner. And I believe the Jace is going to give me that edge this time because I'm going to be able to start drawing those cards much quicker.
Okay. So you just played your Jace. Are you going to draw that card now or wait for their turn to do it? To bump him up?
Well, honestly, I can only use a plain record on my turn, so I'm going to use him right now.
Okay.
So, good to draw the card. The Codex Shredder. That's my second piece of my combo that I need. So, I got 2 of the 3 pieces I need for my combo. That's a good thing. Jace went up 2 more points. He's at 5. I was going to tab Jace out right there. And if my opponent doesn't have a creature, I'm going to obviously attack with the Omen Speaker. Thank you. I'm going to use full handing a counter right here. And I'll represent the counters I put on it.
And next turn?
Next turn, we're going to basically untap. Draw my card. I got a land. That's good. I think at this time I could probably play 2 of my 3 pieces. I'm going to do the Shredder. And I think I can probably do the Illusionary Bracers right now without showing too much off. See my opponent's mana draw, so I don't think he's going to play any creatures. So I'm going to attack with the Omen on my main phase. And then I'm going to use my Jace's ability to have everyone draw a card. Actually, you know, yes, I'm going to do that. Got 2 more. That's a good question you should ask why I don't use my 1.
I was waiting to see whether why you would give that.
Actually, I think I would like to go down 1. I really think I should go down 1 on that one. I don't want my opponent to have the edge on me, so I'm just going to draw my card myself.
And I'm assuming that's because it's later in the game, they have more mana available, and you're worried more about what they can do.
Yeah, it's something that could cause an answer to what I have here. So I reveal the top 3 cards in my library. Opponent chooses one of them. I put the other cards in my graveyard and the rest of my hands. Put that down there. Target player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into his or her graveyard, and then I can sacrifice it and return target card from the graveyard to my hand. Interesting card. Do I want to mill myself for that? Let's say I mill my opponent this time, but I'm going to wait till my opponent's
their turn. End of their turn. Okay.
Yes. I will pass the turn to my opponent.
Okay. At this point, we have a pretty idea of the deck and how it works at this point. So we'll cut it there. So, for luck of the draw, another thing that I have going on here is an unopened box of Magic cards.
The booster box game.
Yeah, something like that. In this case, though, this is a thank you to you for helping me. And that means you're going to get the first pull. All right, that's it. Let's open it up and see what you got.
I guess you're going to pull the camera over?
No, well, let's see. Just take it and we'll hold it up. What is your rare?
Want me to go directly to the rare?
Sure. Or if you want to see what you got. When you open a pack, what do you do? That's a pretty decent one. I've come up against that in Tessa, Karlov. Right. Teysa Karlov. Legendary creature. Human advisor. Not bad. All right.
Please, I'm actually working on a commander deck for that character.
Perfect then.